I simply don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. I screamed into a pillow for a fat second because I got so frustrated. Okay, let me backtrack and explain what's going on. Essentially, I had been gifted a cashmere yarn for Christmas from my partner, and I really wanted to create a sweater with it for my birthday, so I had been working on it for like a week and a half. I have a bunch of footage that is basically now unusable, but I really wanted to like iterate off of a previously made off-the-shoulder crochet sweater tutorial pattern that I had, and it just went not great. So now I'm just panicking about how I'm going to create this sweater in time for my birthday, which is in a couple of days. And at this point I was ready to seam. I was so ready to be done with this sweater, and it just wasn't in my cards, I guess. I was trying to seam all my panels together, and I was like, why is this not seaming the way that it should seam? Like, why does this not look right, you know? Because I've made an off-the-shoulder sweater before, so I know what it's supposed to look like. I know how it should feel and should fit and all that. And it just was not working out. It was not working out. And I was like, what's going on? And it fit so horrendously. Like, it was so big in places and so short in other places. And then I was like, I did it to myself. I did it to myself because I had already made an off-the-shoulder crocheted sweater before, and so I was like, I'm confident, like I know what I'm doing. I can just estimate this, because normally I have a process when I design and crochet garments, because like garments, you know, especially if they're fitted, like you need those calculations, you need to do a bit of math, and like I'm not scared of math. I'm a STEM girly. I have my whole ass degree in bioengineering, but I don't know what compelled me to be like, no, let me just skip this incredibly essential step in my design process of figuring out the calculations, and let me just estimate it. Let me just go with the vibes. Dead wrong. So dead wrong. So loudly wrong. And so wrong. There's like nothing I can do except laugh at this point. Anyways, my issue is that, okay, the shaping on this portion, chef's kiss, the only thing I did right, honestly. But where we went a bit wrong, do as I say and not as I do, because I always preach to my audience and like,
try it on as you make it. Make sure to try it on as you make it.
Guess who didn't try it on? Guess who didn't try it on? Tell me why I didn't listen to my own self. Oh my goodness. My issue is that I made way too many rows, but it's not even a matter of just simply unraveling it, because the thing is that I think what also needs to happen is that I think that I need to like create increases / decreases on this portion here so that like my sleeve can get attached here. My sleeves are too short. My sleeves are too short, and I thought it would be fine, but I don't think it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be fine, and I need to lengthen the sleeve. Also, my birthday is in 2 days. I feel like this video originally was just supposed to be like, watch me make a sweater with like the most expensive yarn I've ever used, and also make some corrections to my original crochet tutorial, but now there's a time crunch. Okay, so guess what I did? I unraveled and re-caked up my yarn. I think that the one panel that I can salvage is the off the shoulder panel bit, so that's great for me. But I've already started recrocheting the sleeve panel. You know, it's the end of the day for me when I start to get absolutely so greasy. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'm very shiny right now, okay? You could grill some KBBQ on this face right now. Do I feel like I'll actually be able to successfully make this sweater in a couple days? I don't know. It is currently 4:38. Oh, that's my dog. I don't know what it has been, but like we had the roughest start to 2024. My partner unfortunately got the worst case of food poisoning I've ever seen him have. I've known, okay, maybe nobody cares about this, but like I have known that I'm lactose intolerant since I was like a teenager. I'm now turning 26 on Friday, but I've known that I'm lactose intolerant for years, but usually it would just mean that like it like flared up my hyperpigmentation and my acne. But oh my god, I don't know what it was. I drank some boba, like I had milk tea, and wow, it really almost took me out. I was like, I've never had this happen and it sucked. And then now currently my dog's tummy is also not doing well, so I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's been a rough start to 2024. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing much better than I am, honestly. Also, what shows do you guys like to watch when you crochet? I need good recommendations. I need like a good podcast recommendation. I need good TV show recommendations. Lately, I have been really enjoying Normal Gossip, the podcast. But you know, like, there's not that many episodes of it. Like, I've listened to every single one and I always listen to it like the day it comes out. I've been trying to get more into audiobooks. But okay, here's my thing about audiobooks. Like, I love reading, but obviously because I'm crocheting all the time, like I can't really read at the same time. I wish I had that superpower. Honestly, if I can start to develop that skill, oh my god, the ability to crochet while you read sounds amazing. Like, I would love to be able to do that. However, I've, you know, been like, okay, I'm gonna listen to some audiobooks because that's reading too. I don't know if it's just because like it's the specific audiobooks that I've been listening to. When I was growing up, I read almost every single, I want to say I read every single one, but I read at least almost every single one of Agatha Christie's books. So I've been trying to get back into reading, well, listening to audiobooks, right? And I started listening to Murder on the Orient Express. I think that was the one that I listened to, but I just found it so distracting because it's one narrator and it's a murder mystery. There's a slew of characters. Like, you have a lot of different characters from a lot of different places with a lot of different accents, right? And so you would just hear this one narrator speak in the most atrocious French accent you've ever heard, and then like the next minute it'd be like an American woman, and then the next minute it'd be like a German dude. And I found it a little bit goofy, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not trying to say that the narrator was necessarily bad, but it was just kind of distracting. But like, because of that, I'm like, oh man, like, no, I need like something that I can like really get fixated on and really get into. I successfully finished one of my sleeves yesterday. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. Essentially the length difference. Look at that. Look at that. It's so much better. Okay, so I think the sleeve, it took me like a total of 2.5 hours just like diligently just working on the sleeve yesterday. So I have high hopes that I will actually be able to finish this sweater in time. I think what I might do is that this is just gonna be my little vlog, design process, etc., right? I think I might make like the ultimate guide to crocheting your own off-the-shoulder sweater. It's such a specific silhouette and such a specific type of garment, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like after this I'll have like kind of, not perfected it, but kind of. So I feel like I want in that video to show you guys how I create the more form-fitting silhouette versus how I create more of a baggier silhouette. And I am still working on creating and developing a beginner series where I explain and talk you through how I design and crochet my own garments, etc. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm also thinking about making my own Patreon. AKA I've already made it, but I'm like, do I start like talking about it? This is me talking about it. I offer free tutorials, free crochet patterns, very accessible. I really believe in that. I think I'm gonna have a Patreon subscription where if you wanna buy me a coffee, keep me caffeinated, keep me crocheting, I will continue making those free tutorials for you guys. Get a little shout out at the end of the video for being a patron. I've been working for about a solid hour, hour and a half, and I actually restarted the bodice panel again because I was just trying to like whittle down the measurements on it, because like the lengthwise, I'm like, I want it to like be a little longer, because I think on my first crochet sweater I made it a bit short, and honestly I would rather a sweater be a little bit too long. And I've been shaping a little armhole because I think I want to connect the sleeve like this, right? Do we see the vision? I see the vision. I'll check back in once I have a better update. Hopefully maybe once I'm done with like the front panel here. Exciting update. I think I have finished my front panel and it's looking a little small, and I'm really hoping I'm not going to deal with the opposite issue where like the first time around I made it too big, this time I make it too small. I really hope that's not the case. I'm like so scared and so hesitant now just because like it went so horribly wrong the first time. If anything, I might need to go back through and create more rows in the middle just to like increase that a little bit. I made it way too big the first time to the point where like I'm probably gonna have like a lot of extra yarn left, honestly. But I thought as I was making it, I was like, what am I gonna do with this extra yarn? Because it's cashmere. I'm not gonna let it go to waste, you know? I was thinking as I was making it that it would be so cute, because this is an off-the-shoulder silhouette, to make a matching skinny scarf in the yarn over slip stitch, you know, stitch work. The sleeve panel is going to connect to this like increase portion here, and that way you'll get a much more like natural fit to the sweater, if that makes sense. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. Look at her. Oh my god, I was too lazy to go like get up and like go to my yarn spinner, you know, thing, and oh my god, it's so chunky. There's so much yarn. So this is the unraveled first sleeve, or I guess second sleeve, because I already made, it's connected, so it's underneath here. I already remade that and that's looking good. So I'm working on the second sleeve. Yeah, and also I did end up unraveling my front panel just because I did think that it needed a few more rows added on this like flat part before I started decreasing it to shape the armhole. Hello, good morning. It's my birthday today. Woohoo! The big 26. Okay, all right. Also, I'm in a very good mood today because I got quite a bit of work done yesterday. I'm feeling very hopeful. I think that I'll be able to finish this at least tonight. I'll be able to wear it for tomorrow. That was my goal beginning all of this, and I think I'll be able to achieve said goal, so I'm pretty excited. I am currently working on the back panel, and I finished creating and shaping one of my armholes. So from here on out, it's just a lot of rows of the same thing over and over and over again. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I am working on the front and back panels. I'm almost done with them. I'm really just trying to like whittle down how many rows I need. I think I need just like a couple more rows on each, and then doing the decrease rows. And then I think I can start seaming them together. I am so excited. And I definitely have enough yarn to make a little skinny scarf to match, so. Guess what I just finished? It is currently Saturday morning, and I just finished this. Okay, to be fair, I still have some ends that I need to weave in, but it's done and it fits perfectly. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm thinking about making a little skinny scarf with this and then potentially putting like little bow details in the sweater itself. I'm so proud of myself. I did it. So I finished the sweater. I wore it for my birthday dinner. As you can see, we still have some of the balloons up from that night. And this is the final check-in as to how it looked. Wait, I feel like I need a better angle. Hold on. This is how the final sweater turned out. I absolutely adore the final product. I did so good. I can't believe I made this in 2 days. Like, I'm really genuinely so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself for like how I iterated off of a previous off-the-shoulder design, and like I feel like this one is genuinely a lot more comfortable to wear. It is sized much better. This is what the back of it looks like as well. I am absolutely in love. I really love it. I feel like this is just like so perfect. She's just so pretty. Also, I have a leftover ball of yarn, as you can see, coming from my yarn bowl, and I'm trying to crochet a little skinny scarf to go with it. I think I'm probably just gonna end the video here though, because like, sweater, she's done. I did it. But yeah, if you follow me on my TikTok, you will see that I am going to create this scarf to go with it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am planning on creating like a dedicated tutorial for how to create this specific style, this specific design, as well as like a more baggier version. I think I'm just gonna do like one ultimate how to crochet your own off-shoulder sweater type of video. It feels kind of like really niche because it's like one specific design, but I just feel like, you know, I've really figured it out. I feel like I've really figured out the shaping, as well as like, you know, how to make it a little bit baggier. I feel like I kind of really understand the proportions and the measurements, and also like how to seam everything together. It just looks so neat. Like if you look at all of my different edges, and yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will be putting out that tutorial version very soon. If you want to see the update on the scarf, I'll probably update on my TikTok. But yeah, bye.